What will happen if a young man finds himself stranded in the depths of a dense forest after a car accident? Little does he know that his life will be saved by an astonishing and unexpected hero, a real living bear with an extraordinary bond to a forest ranger, an unexpected encounter with a selfless bear. In the heart of a dense forest, Martin, a young man on an annual expedition, set out on a journey filled with excitement and curiosity. Renting a car and armed with a map, he ventured into the tranquil woods, hoping to explore the world beyond the pages of books he had read. As he drove, music played loudly, and the scenery was awe-inspiring. Only a few cars dotted the road, and Martin couldn't resist speeding around corners, taking dangerous risks. Suddenly, an ethereal fog rolled in, enveloping the forest in a mystical atmosphere. Unperturbed, Martin continued his reckless driving. The fog gradually turned into a gentle rain, which encouraged him to turn up the music even louder. However, the rain soon intensified, transforming into a monstrous storm, obscuring visibility. Amidst the chaos, a deer unexpectedly crossed the road. Martin swerved to avoid a collision, barely missing the creature but crashing the car into a nearby tree. The deer darted away, leaving Martin unconscious in the aftermath. Moments before slipping into a coma, Martin tried to recollect the accident. When he regained consciousness, he found himself in a stranger's house, not a hospital. An elderly gentleman welcomed him with water, bread, and painkillers. Martin learned that this kind stranger had found him unconscious and cared for him for several days. He was now on someone's private property near the forest. Filled with curiosity, Martin had many questions about the situation. Who was this elderly gentleman? How did he end up in this house? What happened to his rental car? The old man noticed Martin's inquiries and advised him to be patient during his recovery. He promised to share the incredible story of how his life was saved once Martin felt better. As the days passed, Martin slowly recuperated, nourishing himself and resting. Eventually, he could sit up for longer periods. The old man thoughtfully set up an armchair in the living room to make Martin more comfortable. One day, while in the living room, Martin had an unexpected encounter with another guest, a real living bear. Initially frightened, he watched in astonishment as the old man summoned the bear, which obediently settled in the far corner of the room. The elderly man then revealed that the bear was, in fact, a forest ranger responsible for overseeing half of the forest. Several years ago, the ranger had found the bear wounded by poachers and decided to care for it, forming a deep bond. The bear was now tame enough to stay in the house and follow the ranger's commands, yet free to roam as well. Martin was amazed by the ranger's story, but still couldn't understand the connection between the ranger's bond with the bear and his car accident. The ranger explained that, on the day of the accident, the bear had ventured into the forest, as it usually did. However, this time, the bear didn't return for almost 2 days, which was unusual behavior. Worried, the ranger followed the bear and eventually discovered it had found the unconscious Martin and his crashed car. The bear had carefully moved debris away from Martin and gently dragged him out of the wreckage. The ranger recounted how the bear had guided Martin back to the house, where he had tended to the man's injuries while the bear stayed by his side, attentively waiting for him to regain consciousness. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Martin thanked the bear for its selfless act that saved his life. Despite the unexpected turn his adventurous journey had taken, he now had an incredible story to share with his friends back home. This extraordinary experience taught him that even wild animals are capable of displaying acts of kindness beyond comprehension. The bond between man and nature is truly remarkable and can transcend all boundaries.